This podcast is sponsored by Highclere Castle Gin, born from a castle, renowned for its parties and acclaimed for its taste. Highclere Castle Gin is the winner of over 200 international spirit awards with a triumphant 100-point score. Pick up a bottle for yourself at highclarecastlegin.com.
Okay, so we've got a stack of Hollywood news to get through today.
We do.
Cancellations, fan campaigns, Pixar's up to something again.
Sounds like a recipe for drama.
And not just the on-screen kind, right? So what's the headline here? What's got your attention?
Well, I think this news really gives us, a peek behind the curtain.
Okay.
To see, what really gets audiences going these days, right? And how much streaming services are really calling the shots.
Oh, interesting.
And how studios are trying to, work with what they've got, strike gold twice.
Oh, sequels and spin-offs?
Yeah, exactly. So let's unpack it all, shall we?
Yeah, let's get into it. Now, this My Lady Jane cancellation, this one kind of surprised me. Historical romance, but with, fantasy comedy?
Yeah.
It's Bridgerton meets Game of Thrones.
Yeah, an interesting
It is. And the fans are not happy. 85,000 signatures on that petition to save it. 85,000. So were the critics as into it as the fans seem to be?
The reviews were actually pretty strong,
Oh,
especially for a show that was mixing genres. They were calling it clever, charming even. But, Nielsen ratings, they're the lifeblood of a streaming show. And, well, they weren't so charming.
So basically, it was a critic's darling, but the viewers, the masses, they didn't quite bite.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
And I wonder, was it just too unique? How do you sum up a show like My Lady Jane in a 30-second trailer?
That's the million-dollar question, and it speaks to this bigger problem, this huge challenge facing shows nowadays. We are drowning in content, just absolutely swimming in it.
Yeah.
So to cut through all that noise and actually grab people's attention, it's harder than ever.
So even with a passionate fan base, bringing it back, reviving it?
It's a long shot.
Yeah.
Unless another network picks it up, loves it, knows how to market it, who knows?
Fingers crossed, right. But speaking of knowing their audience, Pixar, they're going back to the mind, aren't they? Dream Productions, a spin-off of Inside Out. What do you think? Are they scraping the bottom of the barrel, or is there a method to their madness?
Oh, I think this is more savvy than desperate.
Okay.
Because remember, familiar IP, you know what they call it in Hollywood? Intellectual property.
Right.
Familiar IP is like comfort food. And Inside Out, that was a huge hit. For a reason, it was tapping into those emotions, those experiences we all share.
Universal.
Exactly. Built-in nostalgia, people recognize it, less risk for Disney.
Right, playing it safe but smart. But they are doing some new stuff too, right? What about this Pixar original series? I'm quite curious about that.
Yeah, this is interesting. Win or lose, it's set to come out in 2025.
Okay.
And this is a big deal because it's completely original, not based on a film. This is new territory for them.
Wow, so what does this all mean? For those of us who just want to switch off and watch some good telly, what's the takeaway?
It's a balancing act.
Okay.
They're trying to balance that, warm familiarity of a known franchise with the exciting potential of something totally new. So which will win out? Will it be nostalgia or originality? It's like a battle for the future of entertainment.
A battle, huh?
In a way, yeah. And the success of these shows, those are going to determine how much risk studios are willing to take going forward.
So we've got to, vote with our remote controls. Is that what you're saying?
In a way, yeah. Because one thing is for sure, Hollywood runs on our attention. So those Nielsen ratings we talked about, those fan campaigns, they matter. They have more power than you think.
So get out there and make your voices heard.
Absolutely. You never know. You might just bring back your favorite show.
Or discover the next big thing.